Good afternoon. Today is the 29th of July and this is part 6 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 Festival of the Unexceptional here at Grimsthorpe Castle, Lincolnshire. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, which happens all the time, hence the name of the series of videos. If I fall over, if there's wind noise, if I get interrupted by announcements, I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. Also, we don't talk about diesels. Thank you, Mayor of London. It's been on the channel since 2018, and if you don't like that, then you don't have to watch this. Don't put silly comments in the video because I will remove them. So, 1997-1998 Fiat Punto Mark I 60, I think it's an SX, from AHF Auto of Winchester. Isle of Wight plate, for some really weird reason, and I lived in Winchester when I was growing up. AHF always registered their cars on Isle of Wight plate, despite the fact Winchester is definitely not on the Isle of Wight, which has always mystified me. I don't know why that is, but nice to see one of them from back in the day. Look how far sort of in the rear track is on this. Yeah, I was right, it's an SX. I've driven one of these actually, viewers. It was a very early Punto, which is actually here, but we haven't got to it yet because we've got an awful long way to go before we get to Mr. Richardson's car. Mark I Astra here. This is a 1.3 GL with the 1.3S engine, so it's more powerful, 75 horsepower family one. I've driven one of these actually with 1.3 S engine. It was an L rather than a GL. They are really nice cars to drive this, and despite the fact that this car won't have any power steering in it, they're quite light actually. The only problem with these is they just don't exist anymore. They just rusted away, which is a shame, because this car is the same age as I am. It was registered in probably late 82, early 83. Anyway, Renault 5, 1987-88 registration. Supercinque, 1988, there we go. It's the TR model. Look at that, we've got a dealer sticker there with the pre-1995 dialing code on there. Jaguar E-types here, which is very nice. I've actually driven one of these viewers a long time ago, and I don't know if there are any others here actually. It's not quite what I was expecting to see, but I like it anyway, of course. 71, 72 plate. Alfa Romeo Alfetta. That is very nice. This is quite an early Alfetta. It's from the 1970s. It's a 1.6. So yes, 75, 76. That's actually a very late Series 2 E-Type 4.2. Look at this Astra. Isn't that delightful? Very late Mark II Astra, 1990-1991 registration. The Mark IIIs came out later on in 1991. Probably some kind of special edition or something like that. Leather seats. That is very nice. I would have thought it's a CD, but I don't think it is. Who knows? Another K11 Micra and an R3 Rover 200. I wonder if this is one where they still have the full trim designation on the back. Yes, 214 SI 1996-97. And then the Starlet Glanzer, which is leaving because people are already leaving, despite the fact that people are just still arriving until quite recently. Another chick we're trying to do sporting with a 1.1 fire engine, 1997 plate. Someone swapped the steering wheel for an Abarth one, which you could do. You could get various Abarth accessories on these. Oh my gosh, a Mazda 121 in this shape in yellow. Oh yes, please. Look at this. This is the auto one as well. You would have got power steering actually with the auto. Manuals I don't think had it. That is just amazing. I absolutely love that. Oh, the canvas roof, wow. So yeah, 92, 93. And the Calibra, 93, 94, 2 litre model. That I think is, yeah, that's the pre-facelift one. Then 2001 to 2 Vectra B SRI 150. Can't remember what engine in this is now. I have to skip that to Billing, I'm afraid. But we can go on to this Tempera, which is from the area that I'm from, actually. OR, Portsmouth / Southampton plate, 1995, I think was the last year for these. It could be 96. We haven't got the Digi-Dash in this one. So this is a facelift. Tempera SW, which this is very, very rare. Very rare indeed. I think it's sort of single figures or something. What are the single figures is this E30 BMW Cabriolet. Probably a 325i, I'd say. Maybe not, I don't know, we'll have a look. Oh no, it's a 320, I do apologise, dude. So 1990 number plate. 2004 to 5 Lexus LS 430. And it's got a beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. Those are very, very agreeable. And then we'll move on to this Ford P100. I think this is like a South African one or something like that. Yeah, that is crazy. 1976-77 registration. Very early P100s did look like this with the Mark III Cortina body on the front, but by this stage the Mark III Cortina had been discontinued in this country, so I suspect that's South Africa actually. And then we've got an earlier Allegro here, Allegro Special, 1973-74, early one actually. Yes, with the Cortex steering wheel. It was only for the first, I think it's 14 months of production you got the Cortex steering wheel. And have I driven a Cortex steering wheel Allegro? Yes, I have. It was in blaze red. It's on the Sensible Second-Hand Classics Portsmouth channel. Another A2 here. This one is a 2001. And they are very spacious, aren't they, really, for the size of the car? Oh, a little friend in there. Hello. And the car had on the channel before is this Yugo 45A. It's looking considerably better than when I saw it last in 2021. It's come all the way from Hampshire, and I'm looking forward to having a go in and actually a little bit later on in the year. I've been offered another go in it. And I think some of you will want to see that. Whether I enjoy it or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. Another Row 75 here, another 2-litre V6 Auto, 2001. I think that's Longbridge car, but sells the body colour. 2000 Vauxhall Vectra SRI 150, like the other SRI 150. Is that for sale? Ooh, here we go. 07 585 663 528 or 07857 576 613. Is that a good price at £2,800? I don't know, viewers. You tell me. Obviously, we'll know if it sells, won't we? Triumph Vitesse 2-litre, 1968-69 registration, Mark II, so a pretty late one. Ooh, I can hear the clattery forbidden fuel. I think that Volvo caught me out, viewers. I do apologise. That's why I have to apologise at the beginning of every video, because we know we're going to get things wrong, don't we? We know it's going to happen, and we get caught out by the cars not enamoured by the Mayor of London. This, however, is a very nice BX. It's a petrol one. It's GTI. I think I'm pretty safe with this one. So on a J. So 1991 to 1992. Fiesta XR2i. 1990 to 1991. That looks just right, doesn't it? Rover 3500S, 1971 to 72. That one. The S is, normally had a manual gearbox, which it does. Good to see that I was right for a change. And we've got the Continental kit on boot there, so for some space. Ooh, a Ford Granada Mark I Coupe. Now, in other countries, you could get these with other engines and other trims apart from the 3-litre gear, but this is an import. It's a 2.3 GL, and we'll have the V6 Cologne engine in. That is really nice. Look at this, look at this sort of condition of that. That is absolutely amazing. And then there's the Ford Guarantee Schutzbrief. So maybe that's been imported from Germany. 75, 76. Citroen Zara. I hope this is a petrol to use. That's all I can say. A lot of them were not. I think so. Yeah, 2003. Oh, a Rover 620 Ti. Now we're talking, viewers. Very nice. Reg for Rover 620 Ti Turbo. Rescued from the field. Yes. The most desirable 600 probably of all. There we go. Yeah, the T-Series Turbo, but I've also sampled in an 820. Nova here looks a bit like a GT. I'm not sure if it is though, to be honest. It's got the kind of first facelift dash as opposed to the later one. Ooh, there's a 6-cylinder white block in this. Wow. Yes, it is. Fantastic. And this S80, it's a very early one actually. It's a 98-99 plate on that. That is, yeah, just right. Oh, and very, very nice interior. Oh, beige leather interior with wood. Yes, please, and it smells nice too. We've got an E39 5 Series here that's come from Netherlands, 520i, probably quite an early one actually. And then also early is this second generation 900S. I think this came out in 1993. This one's a 94. It's just an S, so it's relatively low down the spec. It's auto. I've driven the first 93, which is very similar to that, and they're quite nice actually. They're a bit soft, but that's not necessarily a problem. Because sometimes we like a sort of nice soft experience. My Volvo 460 is a very soft driving experience. Toyota Avensis. This is, I think, a first generation facelift. It's the Mont Special Edition from 2000. Just taking the hood off this MGB 7172 plate, that one. BX Meteor. There's so many BXs here today. I just can't believe it. Yeah, it just doesn't say exactly what year it says. It's on an H2, so it's therefore 1991 like my Volvo is. 2001 Fiat Brava. I think this is the one owned by Mr. Manning from the Matty's Cars channel, because I've spotted the Werther's originals. So we've got Bravo and Bravas here as well. Excellent. Sure, you can look on his channel for more information about that. He's got some videos on it. Very low spec Peugeot 406. So low spec that you don't even get a rev counter. Goodness gracious me. Yeah, very early one as well. Next to this, my gosh, Renault 14 GTL 1981 to 82 plate. This car is exceedingly rare. I have not seen one of these probably for 30 years. Goodness me. They were very unusual. They had the suitcase engine developed by Peugeot Citroën, but in a Renault. Yeah, that's sort of Festival of Exceptional Gold, really. Also, we've got this Saab, I think. Ooh, I better be careful. This is a 900 or a 99. Look at the back and see it's a 900. So it's a very early one. It's a Turbo S, 1979 to 1980 plate. That one. Another one of these Fronteras, a first generation Frontera, 2.2, the later engine with the later dash. It's got an airbag in it, and it's for sale. So 07826 453 249. That's pretty good. I like that very much. 2000 Honda Accord Coupe. Now they did a actually sell these officially over here. This one, by the badges and things, and the number plate looks like it's been imported though. That is, it's very nice. They're very luxurious, those cars. Mainly intended really for the American market. And then we've got a Volvo PV544 here, 1963. I think this one would be. Pre-red block in one of these, or the red block is basically, I think, an overhead cam version of the engine that's in that. 1988 Ford Fiesta 1.1L automatic with the CTX gearbox. I have actually driven this car before. I drove it actually in 2021, I think it was. It was the first ever episode of Sensible Secondhand Classics. It was that particular car. They're actually not that bad. They're a lot better to drive than you'd imagine they would be. Fiat Punto Mark II 2003. Again, we're sort of coming into this sort of time where this sort of car is the sort of thing that comes to shows like this, which is quite alarming for me in a way, but you know, I am getting older like we all are. That's one universal fact of life. 2002 Volkswagen Lupo, sorry, 203 it should be. This is quite a high spec one actually. It looks very smart. It's probably maybe a 1.4 or something like that. What's not so high spec is this Citroen AX, 92-93 plate. I don't know what model this is, but we've got a 4-speed gearbox, so we can't be too high up the range, can we? And then Mr. Jude Curry's Hyundai Elantra, which I have actually driven. I drove this in 2022. I think it's a 92 from memory. Oh, sorry. And it was a lot of fun. Unbelievably, I've actually filmed 3 Mark I Elantras for my channel. That is an early cat model. 2000 Skoda Octavia 2-litre SLX Estate. Relatively high spec for one of these. Side airbags. Is this a facelifted one? I think so. Mark II Hyundai Accent 2002. I've driven a first generation one of these. I've not driven a second generation one though. One advantage with this I could see immediately over the one I drove is that it's got air conditioning. It would be useful on a day like today actually. Ooh, it's a 1.5 CDX. It's not surprised then. 1971-72 Ford Cortina 1600L Estate, and look at that interior. Look at that black vinyl and all kinds of things. It's just ever so evocative of the time, isn't it? Final facelift Nova, 1992-1993 on a K. The Corsa actually came out on a K as well, so this is a very late car. Oh look, there we go, there's the original sales invoice. Is there a date on there? Yeah, February 1993. Wonderful. Then 1989 Citroen BX 14 litre, which I think has appeared on my Classics World channel recently. Incredible history file and 28,000 miles. The BX that I've driven in the past few years I cannot talk about. Porsche 944, very late 944, 91-92 registration. So it's an 944 S2, and then a Morris Ital. Very, very nice. A 1981 1.7 HLS. Yes, please. Someone was desperate to get their hands on this. It's registered in August 81. Very good. So another Honda Accord coupe. It's the LS model. It's a 1996. 23,000 miles, full service and MOT history. Is that a good price for it, viewers? Well, why don't you call 07907 724153 to find out. Sure that will be agreeable to some of you. It's a 2 litre in that. Another BX here, 16 TRS, pre-facelift this one, so an early car with the windows in BC pill. I'm not sure why they did in some cars and not in others. Early dash in that one. To be honest, the later dash is probably more to my taste, but some of you who like Citroens will say but I'm wrong. Because I'm wrong about so many things, aren't I? Vauxhall Astra Mark IIs, 2 of them, both GTEs. I wonder which one of these is a 16 valve. Or maybe this one, I don't know. Do we have a Digidash? It looks like we do, actually. And do we have a Digidash in this one, which is 88, 89? Yes, we got Digidash in that one as well. Environmentally tuned for unleaded fuel. Chrysler Avenger, 1978-79. This is an estate. The wheels look very kind of appropriate for the car, so they might well be the original ones actually. They are just trims. It's a 1.6 LS. Same sort of specification as the one that I drove actually. I drove an Avenger earlier this year on my channel. It was a Chrysler Avenger from 79. This is a Hillman one though. This is a much earlier car. 72, 73 on an L. This is an auto. I think, don't quote me, but I think that might well be a 1.5 engine. Thank you. Super auto. Right, more 2CV action here, viewers. Some of you will be very happy about that. Another 2CV Special, probably another Portuguese built one. 1994, 1995 Mercedes C200 W202 Elegance. This is quite a high spec one for one of these early W202s actually. A lot of them were sort of quite low on spec when they first came out because a lot of things were optional. And we've got another Clio, a Mark I Phase 3. 07798505151. Be prepared for next year's Festival Unexceptional by buying this one. 1.2 Versailles. Look on the other side. Yeah, 1.2 probably RL Versailles, I think would be the full designation for it. Astra we're going to have to skip onto the Saab 900S Cabrio in yellow. And a couple of different shades of yellow. That's what happens if the car's out in the sun all the time, doesn't it? And there's Princess Diana on the dash. What's that? 1997 she passed away, so maybe that's a tribute to her. Very late. Volvo 480, this one. It finished, I think, in 96. And this is a GT, which is a special edition, actually. This will probably have a 2 litre engine in it. Yes, it is actually. A lot of later cars had the 2 litre engines. 1994, 1995 registration. They are very nice handling cars actually. They handle a lot better than my 460, that's for sure. 1986, 87 205 GT with the early dash, left-hand drive. Excellent. Then move on to this Jaguar X350. Now that's a personal plate, so I'm not exactly sure what year this is, but this is the XJR. But even so, it's got a nice cream leather interior with wood, and so I approve wholeheartedly of that. That's very nice. Also very nice is this Volvo 960. It could actually be a V90. We'll have a look at the back and it will tell us. I have driven one of these. Unfortunately the car no longer exists. It was written off some years ago, the one I drove. Yeah, it's a V90. I I was right to be a bit cautious about that. 97, 98 registration. A Vauxhall Sintra. My gosh, I've not seen one of these in an awfully long time. These were ridiculed at the time for being poor quality cars. Sort of like a rushed attempt for Vauxhall to bring over an MPV from America because they didn't actually have their own one to fill a gap in the market. This is the 2.2 CD version with a manual gearbox. I don't think they're particularly nice to drive, viewers, but I'm amazed to see this. That is just extraordinary. This is exactly the sort of car that I'd like to see in an event like this, to be honest. What's that, 92, 97? Another N13 Sunny here. This one, we'll have a look at the back. It'll probably tell us what trim it is. 1.6 GS, sort of middle of the kind of road for trims in that way. Skoda Favorit, not a Foreman. Old joke. Estate GLXI 1993-1994 registration. GLXI with a rev counter, but still only the 1.3 overhead valve engine, so not the fastest car ever, but look at those lovely wheels. Also got another Mazda 121 here. This is the Mark IV Fiesta based one. This is a very, very unusual car because they just didn't really kind of sell a lot of these. They just literally slapped some badges on a Fiesta, which was the way it worked. So this is for sale. It's 97. It's for GXI, and offers to Sarah on 07507210031. There's quite a lot of work done to it then. You just don't see these at all, do you? You just don't see them anywhere. Gosh, a 240 DL, 1983 to 84 registration, Bristol plate, I think. Gosh, this is much earlier than the one my mother had. She has a 240 GL, but it was an 89. So it's still got this sort of more prominent grille on it. Interesting. Also interesting is this series. I think this is a late Series 3 Land Rover. Oh, I hope it's got a petrol in it. Viewers, I hope it's a petrol engine. We're not going to know, are we? We have to be cautious and keep walking. And then we can have a look at this Alpha 33. Quite a late one actually. That's 93-94 registration, 16 valve iniezione fuel injection. That is rather nice. We've got a little Phillips personal organiser down there. Very nice colour. Headlamp washers, little cloverleaf badge there. Excellent. And then we've got Volvo V70 here, 1997-1998 registration. This looks like quite a high spec one actually, although you could have, at this time, any engine with any spec you wanted. That was a T5, very nice. Those things are very, very fast. I owned a T5 Volvo myself with that engine. Yeah, they go nice and quickly. Volkswagen Transporter, 1986-87 registration. And yeah, this would be a water-cooled one. Right-hand drive actually. A lot of them we've seen on the show so far have been left-hand drive. Sanity we're going to have to skip. K11 Micra. 2001 there's on a Y. So it's a facelifted one. And those sills are starting to go, which they always do in that place. So it's the S, which means you still get windy windows. Oh, now that's better views. Look at this. 2001 Ford Focus 2-litre gear saloon. I prefer one with the optional leather interior views, but you know, that will do nicely. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like us, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more incorrect information. Ooh, wow, a Hyundai S Coupe. Very nice.